This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Please tap that like button, tap that subscribe button, tap that bell to keep yourself tapped in. Make sure you write all the things you're grateful for today so you can be appreciative of what you have and stop thinking about what you don't have, because that's just a waste of time and it gets you down, and you got to just look for motivation, and that's it. Let's get right into it. Okay, so Pusha T. Drake was right, okay? Pusha T raps about another man's life. We kind of already figured that. A lot of rappers are always better at telling someone else's story versus their own. We got Rick Ross telling Freeway Ricky Ross's story. A lot of rappers in the 90s were rapping about what their homeboys were doing in the street. You know, it's like, it is what it is, okay? Pusha T was rapping about his manager, okay, and all the stuff he was doing. Then his manager, got in the game again after they couldn't work out their label differences. The money dried up and he had to hit the streets again. Some Mexican dudes told on him and he told on them in return. Then Pusha T makes a song called Snitch, and then he's compromised in jail because people are looking at it like they already knew what the situation was and gave him a pass on it. But this made things more hot for him. Pusha T compromised this man's life. Now, I don't know how to look at this. Pusha T rapping this fake life, but then calling other... I don't know. Drake has a valid point. You're rapping about somebody else's life. You didn't do anything. And, it's hard when the curtain's pulled back, because I love Pusha T's rap just as much as somebody else, but I'll still listen to it. But, it's just like, it is what it is. And sometimes people call people out for things and they don't look at their own selves, and admit their faults and their wrongs, and their fake attributes. Anyways, then Meg the Stallion, she got on The Breakfast Club. She responded to the whole Jay Prince thing. She said that I don't even know really who Jay Prince is. I know he had a label, but I'm too young to be influenced by that. I don't know why he's talking about me. I can't talk about anything because everything's in court. But you were doing a whole lot of talking on Instagram. She said she didn't know Carl Crawford. See, she keeps saying that I knew T. Ferris. T. Ferris is the guy who took me everywhere. T. Ferris works for Carl Crawford. Carl Crawford was the money. Carl Crawford was the one keeping you looking a certain way all those years. And once you get big and you get your own money, this is how artists are. Sad to say. It's always the same story. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve a better deal or deserves to recontract. I just think it was handled sloppily because the guy T. Ferris is kind of trying to get in Meg's ear. I think this has nothing to do with Meg. This is between Carl Crawford and T. Ferris. Let me, for all you Meg fans, let me get that out there. I think Meg is just being influenced by T. Ferris, starting problems before dropping her album. This isn't even her album. She said this is another mixtape. How many mixtapes are we going to get from Meg Thee Stallion before we get an album, right? It's a safe area. Meg Thee Stallion is great at making music. She's successful. And I think this guy T. Ferris is starting more problems for her than in taking her focus away from her career. This is really between T. Ferris, who worked with Carl Crawford. Carl Crawford was the money. T. Ferris was the road manager. She obviously developed a friendship with the road manager. And now he's in her ear, telling her to do this and that, and it's making things messy. I can see things for what they are, Now, we don't even know if it's a bad deal or a good deal. We don't know what 1501 situation is with 300. Are they getting 80% of the money, 90%? And is she getting 40% of that? That's a great deal. If they're getting, 50-50 and she's only getting 40% of 50%, that's not that good, So we have to see how everything works out with this, but this is super messy, super public, but super great for her dropping an album. And everyone's going to benefit from the album dropping. They're still going to split the money up and everything. So there's nothing wrong with her dropping her album today, So And Jay Prince is involved because he's backing Carl Crawford and doesn't want to see him get taken by a major label, poaching his artist, because he did put the money up. Nobody believed in Meg the Stallion when she was what was her name? Snow the Product before or whatever. Nobody believed in her then until Carl Crawford put the money up and T. Ferris took her on the road. Took these people to believe in her. But people were stronger as an independent unit, as you can see with QC, than just going all out major. Meg should have went to Carl Crawford and tried to develop something bigger to put other females on. I wish that would have happened. They could have reconstructed everything and really made something special coming out of Houston. Houston needs something special coming out. Yeah, there's a lot of history in Houston, and I think this would have been a nice another new wave for Houston. But yeah, it is what it is. I appreciate you guys. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'll keep reporting the news today. I got a couple stories going on. This is just the first one. Appreciate you guys, and I'll check you on the next one.